What is up, YouTube? We are here today bringing you guys a Monarch deck profile. This deck is a deck I've been playing recently, the past 2 weeks at my locals, and I've had pretty good success with it. I would say the deck is working pretty good. I really don't see any issues with this deck really bricking like everybody says it is. This is not going to be your regular Monarch deck profile where you can just go ahead and get 3 structure decks and kind of put this together and win. This Monarch deck profile is going to be more for the competitive players. This is tutored to make sure that you always have tribute summons and always have ways to tribute summon. So before we start, I want to say the main deck is a 41 card main deck, and we're going to get right into this. So for the big guys, we do play Triple Erebus. We play Triple Erebus. He is one of the best monsters, if not the best tribute summon monsters in the deck. He says that when he's tribute summon, or you get to send 2 different Monarch spells or traps with different names from your hand or deck to the grave, and you get to shuffle a card back from your opponent's side of the field, hand, or graveyard. So this is really good. He does not target, so he deals with things like Dark Destroyer, stuff like that. For the next monster, we play Triple Ether. It's pretty much standard. Ether is really good because let's say your opponent has an out to your tribute summon monster while you have Domain on the field, and they use their resources to out that monster. You can go ahead and activate Ether's effect from hand to banish a Monarch spell or trap from your graveyard to tribute summon this card. It's a quick effect too, so it works really well with Domain, also with Monarch Stormforth, interrupting your opponent's plays. This card is absolutely amazing. Also, when this card is normal summon or tribute summoned, you get to send 2 Monarch spells or traps from your deck to hand or deck to the grave, and you get to special summon out a monster with 2400 attack and 1000 defense, or 2800 attack and 1000 defense. So you can bring out other copies of Aether, so you can keep your tribute loop going. You can bring out Erebus, so you can pretty much just add one to your hand at the end of the turn. But this card is really good because it helps you to apply so much pressure. You push for a lot of damage with this card, and these. 3 and 3, it's the best ratios for the big guys. Next, for the tribute summon monsters, I am playing 1 Mega Thestalios, and I'm going to show you, I have a combo with this guy a little bit further into the deck, but he is really good, especially going first. There's times where you open up where you can where you don't even have to use your normal summon, and you can drop this, and then you can activate Domain and reveal this. Well, you activate his effect to shuffle a card out of your opponent's hand, and then you contribute that for the Mega Thestalios and hit another card out of your opponent's hand. So your opponent can essentially start going second with 4 cards in hand. It's really strong. Like I said, I usually side this guy out a lot, almost every single game, but in theory, he's really good. Also comboing off with Erebus and other cards in the deck I'll show you. He's a really good card to play. So 1 Mega Thestalios. Then we do play 1 Kuraz. And Kuraz is really important because Kuraz, you can bring Kuraz out off of Ether, and you can interrupt your opponent's plays, or you can just go ahead and pop your own cards and start drawing some cards. And then for the last tribute summon monster I play is 2 Majesty's Fiend. Now, the reason I play Majesty's Fiend over Vanity's Fiend or anything in the main deck is this card is actually really good against a lot of decks nowadays. You put this on the board against Cosmo, they literally have to have a board wipe to win. You put this card on the field against Mermail Atlanteans, and they lose. They can't summon a monster. They can't do anything. So also it is searchable in this deck with a return, and it is a combo piece with Tenacity because the Majesty's Fiend is 2400 attack and 1000 defense. So it has better synergy in the deck than Vanity's Fiend. So that is going to be it for the tribute summon monsters. Now for the regular monsters, I do play Triple Idea, Heavenly Squire. This card is really, really strong. If you can resolve its effect, it's really, really strong, and it's so strong that we play other cards to pull this card out. To complement the idea, we play double Yugioh. Now I only play double Yugioh because this guy just loves being in your opening hand. So if you really have like one or two Yugioh in hand, and then you draw into like the idea or a search card like a 1-for-1 or a Rhoda, like it essentially becomes useless because idea's effect is when it's normal or special summoned, it can bring out an Yugioh from the deck and only the deck. So if you're having all your Yugioh in hands, or it really sucks. You will see these cards a lot, believe it or not, these 5 cards. But idea also, when idea is sent to the graveyard, she gets to target a banish Monarch spell or trap and add it to your hand. Also, Yugioh, while he's in the grave, you can banish him from the graveyard and special summon an idea from your graveyard. And then which will trigger her effect to special summon out another Yugioh and like keep your whole loop going. That way you can continue to tribute summon. Them two together are absolutely perfect. 3 and 2, no Mithra, no land robe, no nothing. I think this is probably the best to play right here. Next, for the last monsters that I do play is 2 Super Quantum Red Layer. Now, the reason I play this Super Quantum Red Layer is this guy is like a better Cyber Dragon. Even if your opponent doesn't control a monster, you can still special summon him for free from your hand. If you do control this, if you don't control any monsters, he's a 2000 beat stick, and the reason I play 2 is because this guy, when he's sent to the graveyard, let's say you have a Super Quantum in the grave and you tribute summon over this, and he goes to the graveyard, his effect isn't a trigger to let you add back the other Super Quantum Red Layer from the grave back to your hand. So like you can just continue to sack and add and sack and add, and this almost becomes like an infinite tribute fodder for your big guys. So like this card is really, really good. Also on top of that, he's a fire attribute, it's really important because it combos off with this guy. You can special summon Quantum Red Layer and then activate Domain to drop him, and then you get to sacrifice the Red Layer for the Mega Thessalios. So that at that point you get Mega Thessalios first and second effect, which the second effect of burning them for an extra 1,000 life points is pretty big. But Super Quantum Red Layer, really good. He's just another generic 2K beat stick. He's really strong, has really good synergy in this deck. And last but not least, we play 3 Max C, and the reason I play the 3 Max C is, believe it or not, I like to go second with this deck. I feel like if you go first and you give your opponent, you go first and you make your play and you put Domain up on field, and then your opponent draws for turn, and they have 6 cards in hand. They have a way better opportunity of dealing with Domain plus the monster that you have on the field, the Tribute Summon monster, which is why I don't like going first, because I don't want to just straight up lose, to the Draco Pals, and they have the MST or the Eccentric Archfiend, and then you just get OTK'd. I don't like doing that, so or same thing for Burning Abyss. They activate Foolish Burial, send a Farfa, and then banish your guy, and now your Domain, it doesn't work anymore. So what I like to do is I like to go second and I like to play triple Maxi, because we have a lot of PK Fire, Burning Abyss, and Draco Pals running around, and you drop the Maxi on your opponent, and they just start crying. So not just that, Maxi will help you unbrick. It'll keep your opponents in check, and this is good at like all points of the game, early, mid, and late game. So triple Maxi, and that is it for the monsters. That is all the monsters in the deck. Now we're going to go off to the spells. We play 1 Reinforcements of the Army, and we play 1 1-for-1. Now the reason I play these Reinforcements of the Army searches out Idea, which is a level 1 warrior. Also 1-for-1 also gets you out the Idea, and that card is really important in this deck because it really starts your engine up. So these 2 cards to get out Idea, they're really good. I think everybody should be playing these. Next for the spells, we play triple Destiny Draw. Uh, Pantheism of the Monarchs is absolutely insane. You activate this card, you send a card from your Monarch spell or trap from your hand to the graveyard. You draw 2 cards. Then you get to banish this card from your graveyard. Reveal 3 different Monarch spells or traps. No, they don't have to be different. I'm sorry. You can reveal 3 Monarch spells or traps from your graveyard. Your opponent has to add one to your hand. So, like, if you activate this, you draw your 2, you banish it from the graveyard. Let's say you just go ahead and you reveal triple Tenacity of the Monarchs. Obviously your opponent has to give you triple Tenacity of the Monarchs, which Tenacity of the Monarchs we play 3 of. Because this card combos off with every one of the other tribute summon monsters, 2400, 2400 and 1000, and 2800 and 1000. You get to you activate Tenacity, you reveal 1, and then you get to search for any Monarch spell or trap from your deck and add it to your hand. Next, for the Monarch spells and traps, well, for the spells, we play triple Soul Exchange. Monarch Stormforth is really, really broken. It's a quick play spell, so like I said, it combos off with Ether, combos off with a whole bunch of stuff. This card is really, really strong. This card wins you your Cosmo match. This card will help win you your mirror matches. Being able to Monarch Stormforth and tribute summon your opponent's Ether for like your Ether, because that's a tribute summon monster, and you can tribute 1 tribute summon monster to summon one of these, so it's really, really strong. Next, for the spells, we play triple Vanity's Emptiness, which is Domain of the True Monarch. Now, Domain is such an unfair card, and me personally, I do not like this card, but at the same time, this card is really, really strong in this deck, because you can activate this in the field spell, activate the effect to reduce one of the tribute summon monsters levels by 2. So you get to just sack 1 monster for one of these, which is really, really strong. And this also combos off with the trap card that you can just bring out pretty much for free every turn. Not last spells, but next spell we play is triple Return of the Monarchs. And I've heard in somebody's Monarch deck profile, he said that this is the gift that keeps on giving. And I have to admit that what he said was absolutely true. And this card is absolutely amazing. Helping you dodge Solemn Strikes. This card searches every time you make a tribute summon. This card is one of the most solid spell cards in the deck. I cannot explain how strong this card can be. You activate this in the mirror match, and you just start plussing off of your opponent, and you're just gonna outgrind, out-resource them. It makes the mirror match so much easier. Not just that, this card also helps you search out like Majesty's Fiend and stuff like that. So it's really, really strong. And the last spell that we do play from the Premium Gold 3 is we play 1 Frost Blast of the Monarchs. Now, we play this because it's another target that we can send to the graveyard with one of our big Monarchs like Ether or Erebus. You can banish this card plus another Monarch spell or trap from the grave, and you get to destroy a set spell or trap. I know it says set spell or trap, but even if they chain that card, it's still going to get destroyed. So, like, this is really, really strong. It was hitting Solemn Warnings, Solemn Scoldings. This card hits all sorts of crazy stuff. Torrential Tributes, like, all sorts of stuff. And then just, like, you can go ahead and activate this and banish this from the graveyard. Let's say you sent it, and you banish this from the graveyard with another card. You pop a back row. You summon out Idea. Idea brings out Yugioh. You make your tribute summon play. Idea goes to the graveyard. Her effect is going to trigger. You can target this and add this back to hand. And then because you control a monster with 24 attack and 1000 defense, you can go ahead and pop another card. So, like, if you bring out, like, Huraz or Majesty's Fiend or something like that, like, it's really, really strong. This card is really good. And every time I seen this, I pretty much won. I only played at 1 because I don't want to draw it. I don't want to see it, really. I just want to send it to the graveyard. So, and then we play trap cards. We play 2 Prime Monarch. Two Prime Monarch is like the perfect number. If you open up with that card and this card plus a monster to make a tribute summon, like, you're just gonna win this game. Like, you're going to win the game. It is that easy. This is gonna bring you all the pluses in the world. It's really insane. Sorry about that. And then the last trap we do play is one Escalation of the Monarchs. And I will tell you how strong this card was because Sunday while I was playing, I had a Majesty's Fiend on board and somebody activated a breakthrough skill and I activated Escalation of the Monarchs and I tribute summoned my other Majesty's Fiend from my other Majesty's Fiend and they just were continued to be locked out of the game. Also, there was a game that I was playing where Escalation actually got me my tribute summon going because my idea got veilered and yeah, it was really, really strong. So like Escalation, I mean, you can side this out here or there, but this is I was never a fan of this in the beginning, but now I definitely say this is one of the better trap cards. I definitely see why people still play this. That card is really, really good. So that is going to be it for the main deck. That is a 41 card main deck. We're going to go on to the side deck because this deck plays no extra deck because we're cheap. So we're going to go off to the side deck. We're going to play one Vanity's Fiend. Vanity's Fiend, obviously, you want to summon this with Domain or, you know, just this standalone by itself. You Monarch Stormforth and you're playing against BA, PK Fire, and they have like a Dante with a Graph and a Seer under it. You like Monarch Stormforth, tribute for your Vanity's Fiend, and they lose. So one Vanity's Fiend. Depending on certain matchups, you want the Vanity's Fiend or the Majesty's Fiend, which is why we play the third Majesty's Fiend, because I do not want to lose to BA or I don't want to lose in the mirror match. I don't want to lose to BA, and I do not want to lose to Mermail Atlanteans. Next, we play one Trap Eater. We play the Trap Eater, obviously, for specific reasons, because Massive Restrict and Anti-Spell Fragrance really, really do hurt this deck a lot. Next, for hand traps, we play two Battle Fader. Now, I really side this in only against like really, really strong OTK decks, like Mermail Atlanteans, whatever. So like this is really good because they can like clear your field by discarding a Megalo, popping a face up and a face down, and then they just commit to the whole play, and you just drop a Battle Fader, and now you have like instant tribute fodder next turn. You take no damage. This card has really good synergy in this deck. Next, I play two Kumongous, the Sticky String Kaijus. And the reason I play this is this card is really good in the mirror match. It takes away your opponent's tribute summon monster, so they can't use their ethers during your turn to interrupt your plays. This card is also really good against Cosmo. Obviously, you drop it on the Dark Destroyer, and they just cry. This card is also good for the Super Quantums when they put that Great Magnus guy on board, and then they end their board with one Great Magnus, no other cards on field, no other cards on hand, and then you just drop this and they just lose. So Kumongous is well, you can play any Kaijus, but Kumongous is the one that I choose. We play one Dark Hole. We play two Forbidden Chalice for the mirror match, or just anything that we need to negate effects. We play two Twin Twisters because this card is absolutely broken. This discarding idea to pop two back rows and then get a Pantheism back is like, you're just going to plus so hard off of your opponent. And then the last three traps that I play is one Breakthrough Skill, one Torrential Tribute, and one Solemn Scolding. And the only reason I really play these is in the mirror match if I know my opponent's going to make me go first. This is good against Pepe in the mirror. This is really good against Pepe in the mirror. And this is good against like everything because it negates like anything. So I'm sorry for dragging this video out almost 20 minutes. Jeez, I know I talk a lot. I am so sorry, guys. But this is my Monarch deck profile. I hope you guys all did enjoy this deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out.